Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my corner of the internet. My name, once again, is Jason, and today we're back with some more Elder Scrolls Arena, the game where I say that I'm going to do something, then I completely forget to do it, and I go off and do something else. So this time here, we are currently in the, I don't know the name of this dungeon. It is an unnamed dungeon. But apparently this dungeon here has the map that will lead us to the Ogma Infinium, which is an artifact that we learned about earlier in this series. So we want to find this artifact. Now artifacts, they are, there's a, I can't remember exactly, there's a finite number of them in this, wait, which way did the door open? Did it open that way? There or there? The door is jumping from side to side, so I was like, oh, is there another door off to my right? No, it's just the door that's open. I just can't decide which side of the wall it wants to be on. Oh. Look at, I discovered something new. Depending on where you're standing, the door will shift sides, so that I'm supposing it's always on your left. Because when you're coming at it from the right, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just noticed depending on where I'm standing, the door is on the opposite side. So from now on, when I approach a door, I should see if it always opens to the left. That'll be intriguing. But anyways, there are a certain number of artifacts, and you actually cannot get more than one artifact at a time without using some sort of exploit. I'm not sure if we'll do that in this. I'm not sure if we'll do that during this playthrough, but I'm just putting that out there that you're only able to. The game will only let you have one artifact at a time. If you've got one artifact, it will not let you get a quest for another. Alright, so orc, not a big deal. Oh, another orc, still not a big deal. So, and actually I'm not sure exactly what the Ogma Infinium does in Arena. If I recall correctly, it gives you some bonuses to your stats or something like that, but I could be completely wrong on that. But yeah, and now these, the artifact dungeons are the ones that lead to the map to the artifact, because they don't believe in just, you know, letting you go straight to the dungeon. There always has to be a pre-dungeon before you go to the big dungeon. These, if I recall correctly, tend to be fairly small, so this one shouldn't be too time-consuming. Alright, let's see, where am I at? Whoa! A lot of minotaurs in here. A mark. Yeah, we'll grab a mark. We'll go ahead and cast Light Heal because it still seems to be the best spell to use for me right now. Is there a guy in here? Maybe I should cast my Light spell. Let's do that. Because I like to be able to see where I'm going. But at the same time, I like the creepy darkness. Okay, we'll cast Light. So we're going to go ahead and run through here, find the map so that we can go get our artifact, which, you know, it's not progressing the story, but, you know, getting better equipment is, you know, it's usually a good thing. It will help me progress the story a little bit more. Hopefully. You know what else would help me progress through the story? If I would have remembered, like I said before at the beginning of this, this episode, I tend to forget to do things. I should have gone and looked at some spell making. Because if you'll remember the last dungeon, those armored enemies really gave me a hard time. Broadsword, buckler, nah, we're good. So, I needed to get myself a spell. Opening to the left, and I step through, and it's still on the left. I had a hard time with enemies with, we'll say, heavy armor. So I was gonna make myself a, you know, a nice big boom boom spell or try to figure out some sort of spell that would, we'll say, facilitate the slaying of said armored opponents. But I just, you know, I was so excited. I'm like, all right, let's go get the Ogma Infinium. So I just ran out, and I completely forgot to get it. Luckily, from the looks of things, the enemies in this dungeon are not so heavily armored. Which I'm fine with. Let's go ahead and grab a round shield. Does that actually... Let me take a look at my inventory here. Does that protect better than a buckler? I would assume that it would, but I can't use a round shield. I can only use a buckler. Okay. Well, let's just drop the round shield. And we'll carry on. So, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to make, what kind of spell I'm going to make. I'm thinking, you know, I haven't actually looked at the description of all the different spells to sort of plan out. Because when I'm playing these games, one thing I actually try to do, avoid doing, is going online and looking up hints or guides or anything like that, because I think part of the fun of a game is exploring and learning by doing. Holy cow! Spellbreaker light, and I'll back off. Go ahead, keep casting. Come on, wizard guy. No, you're not supposed to run up and hit me. You're supposed to keep casting. I suspect he may have run out of magic. No, stop. I was kind of hoping to replenish my health, but staff. I'll pick it up and see if it's magic. If it's not, I'll just drop it. So yeah, I don't like it's just the regular staff. Don't need that. I don't really like looking things up, and I guess that runs a little bit contrary to some people who, you know, they're like, okay, they basically plan out their route. They're like, okay, left side, pass through the door, left side. Okay, so it wasn't just a one-time glitch. I can't believe it's taken me that long to discover that doors swap sides on you. But yeah, they tend to be like, okay, you gotta go here and get this item, and then I looked up the location of this item. So I'm not playing an MMORPG, and even when I did, I hated looking up locations for loot. To me, I'm all about the actual role-playing. My character does not have this outside knowledge. I'm not gonna go look up, you know, where to find this item or, you know, how to do that. No. I'm playing the game, and I'm gonna figure it out. And if that means I'm playing the game suboptimally, I don't care. I'm not a min-maxer. I just play the game, you know, I roleplay. I'm an actual role player. Not so much, you know, right now while I'm playing with you guys, because, you know, I do have we'll say the commentary and stuff. And that does tend to be a little bit distracting, but, you know, I do try to avoid that mentality. Now, I'm debating, do I want to go down? Or do I want to explore these other areas? Because my assumption would be that the map would actually be down on the lower floor. Most dungeons typically would put them down. They wouldn't, you know, just put the treasure right on the main floor and then be like, oh, there's no incentive for you to go down. So I'm going to go down the stairs, and I'll explore the rest later if, you know, I still have enough supplies left, which I really should. This doesn't strike me as a particularly, we'll say, challenging dungeon. And if I recall correctly, I also, you know, stocked up on potions and spare sabers, so I should be good. Water. I have a feeling I'm probably gonna have to traverse through the water. So I'm just gonna check around on the land, the ground a little bit, and then I will then decide what I want to do. Okay, I guess I can keep moving this way. It always makes me a little bit, it's a little bit unnerving when you're walking through these areas for such a long time and you don't get attacked. I'm like, okay, any second now, something's gonna jump out. That guy there is gonna jump out and, you know, try to kill me. Oh, you tried to sneak up behind me, did ya? Clever girl. Or guy. Yes. Insert movie reference here. Yeah, that's actually something else I want to test. I actually tried searching real quick. Admittedly, I didn't go on a full, you know, crusade to find the answer to my question. But I did go online trying to... Oh, no. No. Okay. I hate those things. Hate ghouls. I did go ahead and I tried to find an answer to the question of what is my inventory size? Is it completely dictated by weight, or you know, is there a certain number of slots, or is it a combination of the two? So... Oh, does it go down even further? Okay, well, I'm going to explore a little bit around here first before I decide to go down even further. Yeah, who knows? Maybe this dungeon actually is just going to throw those conventions on their head, and the map's actually up on the first floor, and all this was completely unnecessary. I suppose that's a possibility. Troll is regenerating. Oh, crap, he's right behind me. Alright. I created Fire Bolt, right? Yes. Did it go through him? It looked like it went through him. You know what? Huh. I don't know, maybe he was just a little bit too close, so when I was casting, he was sort of spawning, or it was spawning, the fireball was spawning behind him. Because, yeah, so yeah, I'm wondering if maybe the story dungeons follow one sort of convention, and maybe these dungeons here, you know, for all I know, they might have put the treasure up on the first floor. And the rest is all just there if, you know, if you want to go loot hunting. I don't know. I guess we will find out. But yeah, once I get a bunch of... Oh, you're a caster. All right. I'm fine with that. Fire away. Well, once I get my inventory basically full again, I'm actually thinking about, you know, looking at the weight and actually doing an experiment. I want to see if, we'll say, this looks different. If, you know, basically figure it out once and for all. Is my inventory size decided by weight, or is it by, you know, do I have a finite number of slots? And then I can decide if it's really worth it to put more points into strength. Now this area looks like it's completely encircled with this sort of rock thing, but it does look like there's an entryway through the water, so let's go exploring. Piles of loot! Which is 8 gold pieces. You know what? And a sword I don't think I can use, so... You know what? Screw you, game. Oh, come on. You can do it. All right. 62 gold pieces. A little bit better. So it looks like this this area was broken up into 3 sort of sub-rooms. And... Oh. No. Looks like 6 sub-rooms. Let's go check over there then. I love how we got these giant piles of loot, and there's like 2 items, like 8 gold. And then we find this little bag, and it's like, bag of 35 gold pieces, bracelet, war helm, plate helm. Plate helm actually might... War axe, sorry. Plate helm might be worth something, so I'll hang on to it unless I find something magical. Alright, so I guess all the good loot's on this side. Never mind. Actually, that's not bad. 79 gold and a bracelet. Heck yeah. Oh, okay. That's not bad. I just think it would be nice if the loot was represented by, we'll say, accurate accurate images. So let's go ahead and get out of this little square area, or rectangle rather, because a square would have, you know, 4 even sides. Huh. So yeah, we'll do that experiment probably in a later episode when, you know, I get loaded down and I'm back in town, you know, before... Whoa! No! I heard the first thud and I was like, what was that? And, you know, it didn't occur to me that maybe I should, you know, stop and... Oh, I don't know. Put up my shield. Aw, Spellbreaker Light or something. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly run back through here. Grab the loot. It's going to be different loot this time because it's... the loot is randomized, I think. Well, I know it is randomized, but I'm not sure when that random generation occurs. So I think when I load the game, it will actually be different loot than it was last time. So let me see. No, that looks like what it was the first time. So maybe it's generated upon when the floor loads. Could be. Let's see. What does this one have? 79 gold. Yeah, and a bracelet. So that, yeah, okay. So I guess the loot is randomly generated when or upon the level loading. And this should have also. Yep. So that's all standard. So I'll just grab the loot, and then I'll remember to save the game. I'm ever glad I saved, though, a little bit earlier, because I actually wasn't able to do any recording last week. I think the episode that you guys got was sort of a pre-recorded one because I needed to do some things all last week, and I wasn't able to record. But if you're watching this way in the future, it doesn't matter to you because, you know, you're seeing it when you want. So I'm getting back into the swing of things a little bit because I haven't played Arena in like a week. So I've got all my loot. Let's save the game as working. And you know what? I think that's a good place to go ahead and take a bit of a break. Next time, we'll maybe search a little bit more, or we might just go straight down the stairs. I'll decide. Or you know what? You guys can let me know. Whatever. Something. But yeah, so I'd like to thank you so much for joining me once again in Arena. And until next time, game on.